A Royal Navy helicopter flight will make history next week as it begins work on a French Navy ship. Their mission is to combat pirates off the coast of Africa. It's the first time the two navies have worked together at such a level and for several months at sea. The 12 sailors and Marines from 815 Squadron left Yeovilton last month for the French naval base in Toulon. Forces News' Julie Knox and cameraman Roger Giles have been on board the frigate Surcouf as she prepares to sail.
The morning appel, the call for the ship's various departments to hear what's planned for the day. They're embarking on 3 days of war games, a series of challenges to finish off the French crew's training before they set sail for real next week. Under the scrutiny of the inspectors, the 100 sailors must treat anything they encounter as if it's a potential threat. That's how it'll be on their EU mission against pirates, Operation Atalanta.
This frigate is very well designed for this type of operation because it is manned by a small crew and has many capabilities for counter-piracy. The Lynx will extend the range for the surveillance. It will be one of the main intervention assets from the ship against pirate groups to disrupt attacks, to track pirates.
Down the back of the bateau, Les Anglais. 2 officers, 8 sailors and 2 marine snipers, flexing more muscle against bad guys than before. They can fire warning shots or disable piracy in progress, as well as helping with search and rescue, transfer of personnel or whatever else comes up. They've been on board for a few weeks with £7 million worth of kit and every conceivable spare part. And they've been getting to grips with the French flight deck.
In the centre of the deck we've got this raised section. Usually we'd have a mechanical handler which drives the aircraft in and out, which means we don't have to do running lashings. So for that kind of aspect it takes longer to get the aircraft out. But we're still getting it down, getting the aircraft back in and out in about 8 minutes. Stop! We had to bring our UK lashing points. The French would always use chain lashings.
They're sharing best practice on board, including how to control FOD, foreign object damage.
We're trying to educate the ship's company about how dangerous FOD can be for the aircraft. It can be ingested by the engines, causing a catastrophic failure, but the downwash of the aircraft can whip up bits of metal and it can affect us on the deck as well, so in our eyes and things like that.
The flight deck officers nicknamed Le Chien Jaune, the yellow dog, because he barks the orders when the ship's at flying stations. Once they're up, the aircrew communicates with the aircraft controller, who's also had to learn new procedures to operate with the Lynx.
Sur le radar, on surveille l'hélicoptère en fait.
I watch the progress of the ship's aircraft and any aircraft nearby, and for any surface vessels that might need investigation.
And do the Matelot, the French sailors, think the joint deployment will work?
J'espère. I hope so. Pourquoi pas?
Why not?
Why not?
J'ai trouvé ça très I found that is very nice because I want perfectly my English, and I say it's good opportunity and work and culture. Comment on dit culture?
The culture?
Culture is different.
I hope they think we're extremely professional. Well, they know we're professional because of all the standards that we're starting to implement within the ship. And I think they think that we work with a laugh and humour, because when it gets long and dark and everybody's tired, you need to work with a laugh.
I think we've overcome the biggest challenge in getting here in the first place, getting the ship and the aircraft operating together safely. From here on in, it should be easier once we get into theatre and we actually start doing the missions.
It's clear this is a pioneering opportunity for 217 flight, not without its risks, but it's an experiment which will no doubt be examined and considered for future working practice as the two navies get smaller, budgets get squeezed, and interoperability between nations becomes de rigueur. Julie Knox, Forces News, on board the French ship Surcouf.